All right, here we go. You ready? 10, 9.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There you go. They're very sharp. All right. Where's their microphone? Thank you very much. We'd like to invite all of you to our gymnasium. You can go down the main hallway or around the side for our dedication ceremony. Everyone. We are preparing to start, so I know we're a little tight in here, but I thank you. I think there's a few extra seats. Well, how about that? We're finally in our new building. Are we excited? It's been a lot of hard work, but we're glad to be here. But good afternoon and welcome to the dedication of Salem Elementary School, Murfreesboro City's 13th school. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Trey Duke, and as the principal of this amazing building, I want to thank you for coming and celebrating with us today. At this time, please stand for the posting of the colors led by members of the JROTC from Rockville High School under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Sean Waldrop, followed by the singing of our national anthem prepared by Salem Elementary's music teachers, Ms. Christina Steibel and Mr. Caleb Littleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Right wheel, march. Forward, march.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the pledge to the flag led by several members of our Salem Elementary School student body.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, boys and girls. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you again for joining us on what is an extremely joyous occasion. Much planning, preparation, and hard work has gone into building this state-of-the-art facility that will benefit our children and the future children of this community for many years to come. I would like to personally thank Dr. Gilbert for her leadership in our school system and for entrusting me and our staff with this new community of learners. Her unwavering focus on students and commitment to the hard work it takes to do great things is something we will live out each day here at Salem Elementary School. Thank you to the Murfreesboro City School Board and the Murfreesboro City Council for all you have done to make this happen. We believe that Salem Elementary will be a bright spot for the city of Murfreesboro, and we thank you for helping ensure institutions like ours are built to enhance the community we live in and the lives of its citizens. I am pleased to introduce Ms. Sia Phillips as our assistant principal. Together, we will work each day to ensure every child has the opportunity for success. On a personal note, I want to recognize and thank my wife Leslie and my boys Neil and Nathan, who have had a lot of sacrifice and support on this adventure, and it cannot be understated how much they've helped. I'm very grateful to have you all by my side. Opening a new school is truly a remarkable gift, and I am thrilled to work with the students, teachers, parents, and staff members over the next year to help build a solid foundation for our school. Together, we will create the traditions, rituals, and celebrations that will be part of the fabric of Salem Elementary long after we are all gone. We have the unique opportunity of leaving our handprints on this school. And I know many years from now, when we all drive by this site, we'll be able to speak of the great things we did on this first year. We have a motto here at Salem Elementary, and boys and girls, you're going to learn it really well. Our motto is to engage, excel, and empower. These three words are going to guide the work we do with our students as we strive to produce future citizens that continue to make Murfreesboro a wonderful place to live. We will engage our students by giving them real-world lessons that are worthy of their time, and we will help prepare them for the jobs of tomorrow. Through our STEM focus, we want our students to be problem solvers, engineers, and to be able to gain the knowledge needed to make this world a better place. Secondly, we're going to strive to excel in all we do. From our behavior in the hallways to our academic performance in the classroom, at Salem Elementary, we're going to teach our students what it means to go above and beyond. And as I told my faculty the other day, one thing I'm committed to is making sure that Salem Elementary is known for being a school that excels in all areas. Finally, we're going to work to empower our students by ensuring they have all they need to be successful academically, socially, and emotionally. So after they leave these halls, they continue to live great lives. Leading this work, and this is what I'm most excited about, leading this work with our students is truly a remarkable group of teachers whose talent is unmatched. Together, our teaching and administrative staff represents 465 combined years of experience. Of those eligible, 60% of our teachers have been named Teachers of the Year in previous schools. In addition, we are proud to claim the 2016 Tennessee Teacher of the Year and a current finalist for the 2019 Tennessee Teacher of the Year as Salem Saints. Our teachers, newer to the profession, are just as impressive, with many of them winning accolades of their own, such as the Horizon Award winner and Outstanding Student Teachers of the Year. All of this to say, parents, your children are in very good hands. Opening Salem Elementary has truly been a highlight of my career, and on behalf of the entire Salem family, we want to welcome you to part of our family. It is now my privilege to introduce our Director of Schools, Dr. Linda Gilbert.
Good afternoon. Today is indeed a special day. Today a new legacy begins in Murfreesboro City Schools, and that could not happen without the support of our elected officials. So at this time, I would like to personally thank those who are on stage: Mayor Shane McFarland, Mr. Eddie Smotherman, City Councilman, Vice Mayor Madeline Scales Harris, our liaison is City Councilman Bill Shacklett, and the City Manager Craig Tyndall. Whenever you're planning a new school, there are behind-the-scene things that no one sees. And I can assure you that this school would not be here today without the efforts of our mayor. Not only did he make the closing call on getting the land, but he tried for several months to do that. So I want to personally thank him for that. In addition, with his encouragement, we were able to pull this off in a much shorter time than what we had thought. At the first meeting, when they told me that it would be December before we were able to get in the school, I was just a little upset, and I said, well, we may as well buy about 23 buses because we're not going to put portables in, so we'll just do permanent field trips around the city for about the first 3 or 4 months. But he was able to pull it off, and I know that we're going to be thanking our folks in the city that helped us. Teachers, I want you to understand how special I think you are. I think Trey Duke is an exceptional leader. I think Sia Phillips is an exceptional leader. But what I know is this school will be nothing without you. So I'm going to ask you to do this. If you have been here the last week, anytime in the last week, either before 8 o'clock or after 3 o'clock, would you please stand? Folks, would you please give them a round of applause? They have made an exceptional effort to make this school special, and they will continue that effort, so thank you all. Murfreesboro City School System is a special system, and if you don't believe it, you talk to the teachers who have come here from other places. It is critical that this school system exists in Murfreesboro to serve its residents because we are all about the quality of life, and undoubtedly this school system adds to that quality of life. So at this time, I want to welcome the leader of the school board, its chair, Butch Campbell.
Thank you, Dr. Gilbert. Trey, thank you for those wonderful remarks that you've made. Years ago, when I was growing up, there was a singer by the name of Bo Diddley. Any of you remember Bo Diddley? Come on, parents, some of you been. Anyway, he had a song, and in it he said, you can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Today, we're going to judge because this building is beautiful. We've got a wonderful faculty and staff, and I am sure that there are great things yet to come from Salem Elementary School, and I thank you very much for your efforts that I know are going to be successful. At this time, I'd like to introduce other members of the board that are on stage with me. Mr. Wes Ballard, Miss Amanda Moore, Roseanne Barton, Becky Goff, and that's it. But I do want to recognize a former board member that also taught in the city system for a long time, Ms. Nancy Renier. Nancy, would you please stand? We honor you and thank you for being here today. Great things are yet to come. I'd like now to introduce the mayor of Murfreesboro and his little mayor that's along with him today, Mayor Shane McFarland.
It's my pleasure to be here today. This is Drew. Drew is 6 years old, and he wanted to make sure that he did not miss the opening of the new school. So, Drew, can you say hello? Hello. Hello. He said hello. There's a few people that I want to thank before we really get started. One, I want to thank the residents of Murfreesboro. If the residents were not able to make tough choices like the one that we made to build this school, we wouldn't be here today. So I want to say thank you for living in such a great city, and thank you for your commitment to making sure that our kids are given all the opportunities that they are afforded to get. I want to thank City TV 3, who's here broadcasting this to all the residents who couldn't be here. And there's a group of people who really want to make sure that we give a round of applause. Every night when we go to bed, every day when you wake up, there's a group of individuals that are around this city that make sure that we're taken care of, that we're safe, that if we have emergencies, that we're taken care of. So I want to thank all our firefighters, our men and women who are here. And then also, I want to thank the City Council last year. And on a side note, I'll tell you, I had the opportunity to serve on council for almost 16 years now, and I've never served with a more committed, honorable, and honest group of individuals that I serve with on our City Council. We made the decision last year to be able to put an SRO, a student resource officer, in every single school in Murfreesboro. And when I talk about an SRO, I'm not talking about someone who's at the end of retirement and it's just a place for them to go. What you will find at our police department, we have the best and the brightest who want to serve in these schools because they really feel like that being able to be around these children every day, that they can make a difference. So I want to make sure that we recognize the men and women of our police department who serve every single day to make sure that these schools are protected. If we'll give them a round of applause. If you're a teacher, you're on the support staff, or if you are any way affiliated with making the Murfreesboro City School System work every day, if you'd please stand up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Last but not least, there's a few people that I want to thank inside the City Hall. Dr. Gilbert told you about the process that we went through to get this school built. I think August of last year, Dr. Gilbert, we did not have a site to build this school. I was out of the country and got a phone call from our city attorney that we needed to work with this group from New York. So long story short, I ended up having the longest and most expensive cell phone call that I've ever had on my personal cell phone. So Craig Tyndall, wherever you are, you'll be getting that bill before too long. But I want to thank Craig Tyndall, Greg McKnight. Where's Greg? Greg, wave your hand, Greg. Yeah, Greg is our construction manager within the city. Sam Huddleston, Chris Griffith. You had people that are inside the City Hall that built this school the fastest of any school that we've had built in the city of Murfreesboro. And we did that to be able to make sure that we could hit the timeline to have your students here. That happened in roughly 12 months. 140,000 square feet, $40 million, and they did that in less than a year. So let's give them a round of applause. Last but not least, the thing that I want to say, I grew up in Grundy County, and I went to a school that I can promise you we had radiators. It was not a great school. So when I walk through these schools today and I see what we have, to much who is given, much is expected. And I'm not saying that from teachers or students, but parents. It's our responsibility. You can give the best facilities. You can give the nicest equipment. But it's what we do with that and the people who are in these schools, the people who are here every day, that make the difference. So do everything you can as a parent to support your administration, to support your teachers, and most of all, encourage your students. This is going to be a place that's going to continue to make Murfreesboro a shining star, not only in the mid-state, but in our country. So thank you for what you're going to do, and most importantly, thank you for what we'll do in the future.
Give thumbs up. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor McFarland. Well, thank you for joining us today. Before we leave, I have a couple more people I want to thank personally. Thank you to Jim Pettit and Johnson and Bailey for designing this beautiful space. Thank you to Ralph Lee, Aaron Bixby, and the entire R.G. Anderson team for your hard work through a very rainy winter, spring, and summer to make sure we are ready today. As Mayor McFarland said, thank you to Greg McKnight and the Murfreesboro City Planning Departments for accelerating this planning and the logistics needed for us to be open on time. Thank you to the central office staff of Murfreesboro City Schools. There are many of you here, but specifically Gary Anderson, Larry Williford, Scott Campbell, Sandy Sheely, Pam Holden, Lisa Trail. You are truly an amazing group of individuals, and our schools are better because you are in them. I want to personally thank our parents, and representing that today is Ms. Kim Richardson, who is our PTO president. Our executive board of the PTO have already put in countless hours to get us involved in this school. So parents and PTO, thank you very much. I have one more announcement to make, but before I make that last announcement, I'm going to ask my teachers to stand so we can give them one more round of applause, and then I'm going to dismiss them. Teachers, I have one more announcement to make, but teachers, I'm going to let you slip out so you can prepare the classroom so everyone can tour our building. Again, as Dr. Gilbert said, this is a group of people who have put in countless hours this week, and I'm so proud to be working with them every day. All right, thank you all for coming. After we dismiss, boys and girls, very important stuff here. First of all, please feel free to tour our facility and enjoy this new space. If you want to go in classrooms, if you want in the cafeteria, I would highly encourage you to do that. There are cookies and water in there, so some light refreshments. And boys and girls, here's where I need your help. Go to the library at some point. Our mascot is in there. You can get your picture made with our mascot, get his paw print for you to take home. And most importantly, you can enter the Naming Our Mascot contest. I know I've been talking to you about picking a name for our mascot, so go in there and enter what you think we should call him. I can't thank you enough for coming today. It is truly a great day to be a Salem Saint. Thank you very much.